Everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. As you all know that we are working with blood bank management system, and in previous video I have shown you how to design and code for this search blood donor by address, and I have already shown you how to backend code for this. So if you have not watched my previous video, then just go to description. There I have put the link for my previous video, or you can click on the suggestion on the right side of your screen. Okay, so let me just close this and let me show you what I am going to show you in this video. So in this video, I am going to show you search blood donor by blood group. Here you can see this. When I write A and positive, here we will find two donors with the A positive blood group. Here you can see this. Either you can write in the capital or small. They will be searched. So I am going to show you how to design this and how to backend code for this. So let me just close this and let me move back to our project, that is blood bank video. Okay, so in this what we have to do is, first thing we need to add a form. So right click on this on the solution explorer and click on add, and after that select this Windows form. Just click on this, and after this what we have to do is we have to name this form with something, and what we have to name is search donor by, let me just type by blood and hit add, and this will add a new form into your project. And after this, first thing what I need is I want to remove the border. Here you can see it is this close button and etc. So how to do that? For that, just right click and go to properties. In properties, search for, let me just search for form border style. Here you can see this sizeable. Just change this one to none, and here you can see this. Now this border has been removed. After this we have to make the same size as we have done in the complete project. So let me move back to our complete project, and here you can see this search blood donor by blood group. So right click and go to properties, and let me just copy the size of this from here, and I'm going to paste it over here. So just go to properties of this form and just paste, or you can manually write 720 and 533. Here you can see this. Now this form has been enlarged. So now what we have to do is we have to add one background color or background image to this form. So as I have already told you that for all images and icon, I have already provided link in the description. Just go and download it, and after that start coding with me. So now I'm going to set the background image. So here you will find this background image in this form property. Just click on local resource, click on import, and this will open your local directory. And there you have to search the image, all page background image, and just click on open and click on OK. After this you have to change this property, that is background image layout, from tile to stretch. So now it's looking nice. After this what we have to do is we have to add few stuff, that is, here you can see this label, another label, this one is a text box, this is a data grid view, and two buttons. So I'm going to add these all stuff one by one. Okay, so first thing I'm going to add one label. Just drag and drop it over here, and after this change this name. So what is actually the name is search blood donor, and in bracket we write blood group and hit enter. Here you can see this. Now you observe one small stuff, that something is actually fading the color, background color. It have some background color, so we have to change that. So we will find the back color. Here you can see this controller, change, click on this small arrow, and after that you have to select this web, and first thing what you find is transparent. Just click on this. After this we have to change the font and as well as font size. So for that just go to font and just click on this. It's taking a little bit of time. Just copy this, and bold and 20 the sizes. Let me just set that to this one. Move back to our project on which we are working. So just go to properties and search for font. Just click on this arrow, and here you have to write this Fusion 1. Just click on this, bold, and size is 20. So I'm going to write this manually and hit OK. So here you can see this. Now it's looking nice. And after this you observe that we have two little gray lines, and in between that we have these labels and text boxes. So I'm going to add that. So first I'm going to add one line. So line shaper, just drag and drop it over here, and I have to put this like this one. Okay, so you have to just click on this, and after that just stretch like this. Okay, and move this little bit down, and let me just change the color of this one. So just click on this, and after this border color, just click on this custom and gray like this. Now it's looking nice. Just copy and paste, because we need total 3. In between this there will be a text box, and below here after this we have buttons. Okay, so now I'm going to add one text box and label. So just drag and drop one label and text box. Just drag and drop it over here. You can see this. After this, let me just change the name of this text box. So change this one to blood group and hit enter. And we have to remove the background color. So just click on this back color, select web transparent, and after that increase the font size. And before that we have to change this auto size true to false. I will explain you why. And after this, here you can observe one small stuff. We have a small image icon is there. So I'm going to add that. For that, just go over here and search for image. Just click on this, local resource, import, and select this one, blood group, and open and hit OK. You can see this. Now it's in the center. So I want this one to in the middle left. So just click on this. If this pop-ups in your screen, just not to worry, just click on OK and try again. It will be done. You can see this. It's middle center. So I want middle left. So just click on this and just move this one like this. After this, you observe that text is still over that image. So we have to change the text alignment from top left to middle right like this, and make this little bit small. So I have changed that this property. Let me just show you auto size, so that we can make it large and small as per our requirement. And let me just change the font size of this label. So I want this one to be of 10 and bold as well. So click OK, and now here you can see this. Now it's looking nice. And let me just set the border style of this form. Okay, so here you can see this label border style is little bit like inside and out. So I'm going to do that. Just click on this and search for border style. Here you can see this, and select fix 3D. So now you can observe that it's looking like it's in the depth. Okay, so let me just make this little bit more large like this. Okay, so now it's looking nice. After this, we have to change this text size of this one. So just right click and go to properties and change this one to 10 and hit OK. So now the text box size is also increased. After that, we have to add a data grid view. So search for data grid view and just drag and drop it over here. And after this, we have to make it large as per our requirement. So I'm going to enlarge it as I have the space. So this much space I have. After this, we have to add few buttons, 2 buttons. So just let me drag and drop few buttons. So one button is there for print, and another button just copy and paste to replicate, and change the text over it. So first button is nothing but print, and second one is close, and hit enter. After this, we have to change few properties, that is text alignment from middle center to like this. And after this, let me just set the background image. Just click on this, local resource, import, and search for print. Here you can find this and open. hit OK. Tile, change this one tile to, sorry, we don't need to change that. We have to change, sorry, I have set the background image, so that's wrong. So we have to actually set the image actually. Just click on this, local resource, import, go down and you will find this print, open, hit OK and change this image align property from middle center to middle left. Here you can see this, now it's looking nice. After this you have to change the flat style from standard to pop-up, and you have to change one more thing, that is back color from controller to transparent. Now our button look nice. Few things still we have to change, that is font size. So make this one bold and 9 and hit OK. So now here you observe this, it's looking nice like this. So now this button look nice. In the same way we have to do for the close button. So first thing we have to change this flat style from standard to pop-up. Before that we have to change the back color. To change this one to web and transparent, and after this what we have to do is we have to set the image. So image, just click on this, import and just select the close one. Let me just find for that exit application. So just open, OK, middle center to its middle left, and after this change this font from normal to bold and 9, OK, and change this text alignment to middle right like this, and let me just make this one large like this. So now it's looking nice. So first let me just code for this close button. Just double click on this. Okay, sorry, we haven't changed the design name for that, so let me just remove that event for now. Okay, so what we have to do first thing is we have to change the design name for these text boxes and button as well. So this text box name is text box 1, so I'm going to change this one to txt search blurred. Okay, search blurred, and just hit enter. So for this print button we have to change this one to btn print, hit enter. Change this one to btn close, hit enter. Just double click on this and here you can see this btn close click event is generated. So first thing I want to this dot close, and now what we have to do is we have to connect this form with the dashboard. So before that we have to change this one small property of this form. So that is nothing but start position. I want this form needs to be open in the center of the screen, so for that start position is center screen. Just save this and open the dashboard panel, dashboard form actually. Just double click on this and our dashboard is open. So we have to connect this form with this blood group. Just double click on this and this will generate a click event for that. So search donor by blood sd equals new search donor by blood like this, and after that sd dot show, and just start this and let's see if it still work or not, because it's taking a little bit of time. Now it's open. So here you can see this, when I click on this blood group, now this form pops up in the center of the screen and now everything is working fine. So now what I need is when when this form loads, this data needs to be filled with the data grid view. Data grid view needs to be filled with some data, so I'm going to do that. So just close this and close this one too. Let me just close this dashboard because for now we don't need this dashboard. So we have to code on this form load event. So just double click on the empty space and this will generate a form load event. So first thing what I need is when this form load, I want this data grid view to be filled with the data. So I have already explained in previous video that I have already created a class with the name function. Let me close these few stuff. So here you can see this. We have this function. In function, I have created two methods, that is get data and set data. So here what I need is we need to extract the data from the database. So in this method we need to pass one query. If you have not watched my previous video, then I have will suggest you that please watch my previous video. In previous video I explained how to design this method, how to create a class, and how this will work. So simply understand this. When we pass a query to this get data, it will return a data set with which contain the data for which we executed the query. Okay, so here you can see this. First thing what we have to do is we have to write a query. So I'm going to create an object string query equals, and this we have to write the query. So let me make this public so that anyone can use this. We don't need to declare it this one each time. And before that we have to create an object of this function so that we can call the method with the help of that function. So function fn equals new function, like this. And now we have the function on place, and we have a variable with the string type, and here you can see this. So if we declare this variable over here, then each time we have to execute this query, we have to write something, then we have to declare this string variable each time. So I have declared it outside, and we can use this one. Okay, so string, we need all the values. Select star from our table name is new donor. I've already explained you. If you have not watched my previous video, then just please watch my previous video. After that you can continue with this one. After this we have to call that method. So fn dot, and what is the method name? Get data, because we are going to extract that data, and this we have to pass the query. Now here you can see this. Now this will run fine, but we don't get any data. So it will return a data that is of type data set. So we have to store that into a data set. So I'm going to create a variable of data set type. So data set, and let me just name this one ds. So now when we call this method get data, it will return a data set, and this will be stored into the data set ds. Now we have the data. So what we have to do is we have to set that data into the data grid view. So data grid view 1 dot data source equals ds dot tables, and in this you have to pass 0 because we have only one table. Now let me start this and check that if that data grid view is filled with the data or not. So just click on this, and here you can see this. Now this one is filled with the data. So now we have to code for this print button and for this search. Here you can see this. When I write a plus, nothing happens. So we have to do that. For that we have to code on the text change event of this text box. So right click, go to properties, click on this and search for text change. Here you will find this. Just double click on this and it will generate a text change event, and check that if text box is not empty, so txt search blood dot text is not equal to null, then we have to perform few operation. That is what we have to write a query again. So we have declared this variable outside, so that's why I have not to declare it again. So directly I have to write the query. So here what we need is we need to extract those data which matches from the text box. Okay, select a star from new donor where blood group, this blood group, why I have written it over here, because this is the column name in my database. Okay, so if your name in the database for the blood group is different, so you have to mention that. Okay, so if you have not watched my previous video, then please watch my previous video, and if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, then please subscribe and hit the bell icon, and please share with your friends too. Okay, after this what we have to do is where blood group like, and we have to match that with nothing but the text box. So txt search blood dot text. So here you can see this, why I have written the single quote then double quote, because it's a string type. If you have to mention a integer type, then you have to just exclude this single quotes, and when you have to write pass in a string value, then you have to pass this single quotes with that. And this plus is for concatenation, because we are concatenating with these values with the string. That's why. And we have to write one small stuff before this one is nothing but percent %d. Sorry, we have to simply write percent. It means that anything after this text box will be matched, needs to be, I need that data. Okay, so after this we have to again create a variable of data set equals, and we have to call that method function dot get data, and in this we will pass the query, and after this we have to set that value to data grid view 1 dot data source equals ds dot tables, and in this we have to pass the 0 and just start this, and we will find that. Now we can search the value actually. Here you can see this, when I write a plus for a, every user is visible. When I write 0 or o, here you can see this, o negative are visible. I write b, here you can see this for b positive is visible. But here we have one small problem. So when I delete this and nothing change, what I want is when this text is removed, then I need all the data in this data grid view. For that, here we have checked for this that this text box not needs to be null. So here we have to code for else that when it's null. So when it's null, what we need is we need this to be filled with all the data. So how to do that? For that, select star from new donor, and we have to pass this query into this function dot get data, and inside this we have to pass the query, and now we will get the value like this, data source, set the value actually ds dot tables, and in this we have to set this one, and just start this, and let's see if it works or not. So you can see this, when I write a plus and when I delete this, all data are back. So now all the task is done till here. Now we have to code for this print. So for print I have already shown you how to code for that, so I am going to just copy and paste that code. So just move back to our design part, and here we have to add one more stuff, that is print document. Just drag and drop it, and here we will find this. And after this, what we have to do is we have to just double click on this, and it will generate a method like this, and then within this you have to pass few method. So let me just copy that code. This is the wrong form, all donor detail. Just double click on this, and here just copy this one from your previous code and just paste it over here, and on this button click. Let me just show you. So here you can see this, when just double click on this and it will generate a click event, and here you have to write nothing but print document dot print. That's it. Now let me just start this. Blood group A positive, and when I click on print, printing one document. So I'm going to cancel this. Okay, so it's working fine. So that's it for this video, guys. In the next video I'm going to show you how to design for this increase. Okay, sorry, this is an incomplete project, so let me move back to our complete project, that is blood management. Let me just start this and let me show you in the next video what I'm going to show you. Here you can see this, when I click on this increase, this form open. Here you can see this, with this you can select the blood group like this, and you can increase as per your requirement. Okay, so I hope you like the video. Please hit like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.